accountable. The Lord's gonna hold you accountable for your actions. So when He starts judging, that's why the scripture say, don't cry, lift up a voice and don't cry out for them, man. We're going live. I'm about to throw my garment on. Baba Kashai, stand right there, bro. You get edified too. Yeah. Grab me Romans 13 and 11. What's going on, bro? We got a YouTube page. Yeah. All right. We go on YouTube. About to get started here. Edifying a brother in the spirit. We live. Go to YouTube, put GMS. The letters GMS. And then put we'll give the precept page. Yeah, you'll give the precept page and get our apostles page. We have individual pages if you stick around, because we all, through the spirit, we do our own individual lessons.
I gotta hit that, and then I gotta go to the club.
Okay. GMS, upon, 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 precepts. We get it real quick. I ain't gonna lie. About to get in there. With it, brother. It's folly, man. Because at the end of the day, what happened yesterday? It's funny. Besides that they legalized marijuana, what really happened yesterday? The ruble, what's it called? The ruble of Russia is now about to get dominance. Because now they're telling people from the Europe nations, if you don't buy a ruble, we're not selling you oil. You won't get energy deals. So what you think gonna happen to the U.S. dollar? Why you think that? That's why they passed that. Because to keep you, the Negro, Latino, Native American, complacent to not actually knowing what's going on. Because this dollar's about to crash. That's what's not. That's why we live in 2008. Yep. But people in America don't hold themselves accountable. They don't understand what's really going on. It's about to get bad out here. Now, all you think they make the movie in the Book of Eli, but that's gonna happen here. That's gonna happen here, man. Hey, we're gonna go ahead and open it up real quick, man. Hey, man. Lord willing, hey, take heed, bro. Hey, take heed, bro. Cigarettes kill you, man. Yeah. That's the thing, huh? Hey, too much of that'll kill you too. Yeah. Yeah, man. Go on, open it up. What's your name? I know you right here. What's your name? David. All right, David. Hey, you Hebrew Israelite, bro. What's your father? My father. You see a so-called Negro? You're a tribe of Judah. You should be thankful. Why? Because the one that Enoch called Jesus, that's his tribe. You should be happy. That's the head tribe. What's your mom's last name? Y'all fine. They're about the camera. Tribe of Gad. She's a Gadite. I'm a Reubenite, so-called Seminole Indian. I look like a nigga, right? But nah, you don't know the tribes.
You got the red.
But you got to understand, our people is dwelling amongst each other as well. Though. Hold on, brother. You got a Gadite over there. So hey, your mom's a Gadite, so they Hebrew Israelites. So you good, but you need to repent, bro. Because the Lord's coming back to destroy, man. He ain't coming back to save you. He coming back to destroy. We're gonna open up the camera step right here, bro. We're gonna turn the camera. Yep. Turn the camera. Hey, you too, bro. You be blessed, man. Hey, Shalom. Hey, Khan, brothers, come in a little bit. Khan, man, before we get started with this lesson, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and Son. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakudash. Double honors to our apostles, elders, and great bills on the room well. Peace and sanitation, all the Akim pushing this truth, but our righteousness and sincerity. Shalom. And what you see right there, man, Jake is still in that mindset of heathen mind state, man. This is why we're telling our people now is the time you need to wake up and stop thinking like a nigga and come back and acknowledge how about Shem shot, man, acknowledge your offense. You got that for me real quick.
This is Romans 13 and 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
That knowing the time, now is a high time to wake out of sleep. Now the time you need to be waking up, man. Because you got to consider your ways, man. What is the time we're living in? We're living in the spirit of prophecy, man. Which is Yahweh Shah. Read that again. Somebody grab Revelation 19 and 10, Baba Shah.
This is Romans 13 and 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
That knowing the time that it's high time to wake out of sleep. Why? Because we're living in the time of the return of the Son of Man, which his name is even called Jesus, but we know it's the beloved Son Yahweh Shah. You got that for me real quick? Revelation 19 and 10.
So Revelation chapter 19, verse 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren at the same and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy.
For the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy, man. That's what we were trying to tell Jake. Now is the high time to wake up out of sleep and measure the times, because we're living in the time of the return of the Son of Man, man. The prophecies are popping off like popcorn. He's worrying about marijuana being legalized in the United States, but not worrying about what's about to take place here in Babylon, man. That's where your focus, that's where your primary thought should be on, man. Occupied in these prophecies, man. Real quick, so hold that. Somebody get Sirach 39:1, Baruch Shah. That's the time you need to be in, man. You need to be meditating on these scriptures, man. Not worrying about, hey, they legalize weed, man. You know what today it is? Nah, man, that's the spirit. You shouldn't be in that spirit, man. You got that?
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 39, verse 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof,
is occupied in the meditation. That's what the meditation is.
Will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient and be occupied in prophecy.
And we be occupied in prophecy. So you occupied in prophecy, you occupied in your spirit of the one that in called Jesus, which is Yahweh Shah. That's the spirit you be occupied in, man. So you'll be awake and seeing what times and season you living in, man. You won't be giving a damn about no marijuana being legalized. Marijuana has been legalized to keep these people complacent, man. To keep these people goddamn comfortable. That's why it's being legalized, so you can run around and do your damn filth, man. You about to see more bug out demons. You about to see more goddamn crime going up. You about to see a lot of things taking place in Babylon just because they legalized that bullshit, man. You about to see it.
It's all distraction.
That's right.
It's all stuff to keep your mind preoccupied so you're not seeing the prophecies coming to pass.
I got a real quick one. Because the scriptures tell us, you know, that the election have obtained it, right? But the rest were blinded.
Yep.
So who are the rest? The 2/3. So that was a prime example. You know, that Jake don't repent, right? If he's not of that, fold, if he ain't of that steed, and he don't repent, the Lord, hey, don't call that back to his mind and bring him in, then hey, he's gonna get destroyed. And there's many of our people that's like that because they are asleep, right? So when we're witnessing, the Lord say He has poured out upon them 2/3 the spirit of deep sleep, right? And what is that? Once again, what is that deep sleep? Not being awakened to the knowledge of the truth, not serving the Lord, not knowing His name, not knowing you're an Israelite. That dude didn't even know he was an Israelite.
No, he said it was Moorish.
Yeah.
And I was like, who was the Moorish? Us. Okay, the Moorish was Israelites, man. Right. Moorish, the word black, moreno, which means black. Come on, man.
That's right. So we got a lot of our people asleep. Ephesians 5:14. It says, wherefore He saith, awake thou that sleepest. Once again, the Lord is speaking to His people. Our people have been asleep too long. Here in Babylon. Here in Babylon the Great, which is America. They've been asleep here, drunk by the wine of Babylon. And this is the time where the elect will be awakening because the destruction is near at hand, right? It says, awake thou that sleepest and arise from the dead. And what makes you dead? Somebody give me real quick Proverbs 21:16. I'm going to give it right back to you. You're good, bro. I'm going to give it right back to you. I'll read that again, Ephesians 5:14. Wherefore, He saith, awake thou that sleepest and arise from the dead. And Hamashiach shall give thee light, which is the truth. We're going to get what the dead is.
Proverbs 21:16.
Yep.
The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
So those that are dead are the ones that don't have the truth, right? They call themselves Moors. They call themselves black conscious. They're the so-called black unconscious community. They call themselves Egyptologists. They call themselves Christians, right? New Wahabians, New Age revolutionists. All of these different
Aztecs,
terms.
Mayans.
Yeah. All of these philosophies and ways of thinking that's attached to the world, which is ultimately all Satanism.
Yeah.
Right? So those that sleep is the ones that don't have the truth. So this is the time, this message is always out. The Lord sent us as fishers of men to try to reel in the elect. You got it, bro.
Hey, let's jump back to that Romans 13:11, and just hold that Ephesians 6:10. We'll read down on that a little bit.
All right, this is Romans 13:11. And that knowing the time, that it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than we believe.
Keep going.
The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness.
Let's therefore cast out the works of darkness. That's of Satan, like the brother said, man. Worrying about some legalized marijuana, that's of the works of darkness, man. That's the ways of the world, man. You got to cast that off, man. As the scripture say, man, being renewed in the spirit of your mind. We have to be renewed, man. And being renewed is what? Coming back and acknowledging who you are, man. As a Hebrew Israelite, man. Not as a black man. Not as a so-called Negro. These are bywords and proverbs that was given unto us, unto our oppressors, man. You have to acknowledge who you are in these last days. Keep going.
Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light.
Let us put on the armor of light. What's the armor of light? Let's get that Ephesians 6 and 10. Read down.
This is Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and in the power of his might.
Keep going.
Put on the whole armor of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Read it again.
From verse 10.
10. Yep.
Ephesians 6 and 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might.
And he said, finally, my brethren. He's talking to his brethren. Who are my brethren? Who are my kinsmen? You read that in the book of Romans, the 9th chapter. It tells you who are the brother and the kinsmen that he's speaking of, man. He said, now my brother, be strong in the Lord. What does you being strong in the Lord mean? Put your trust in the Lord. Now's the time you put your trust by showing forth your faith. Keep going.
Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
This is why you have to put on the whole armor of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, so you can be able to stand the wiles of the devil. That's of Satan, man. That's wiles of the devil, them fiery darts that's keeping you at bay, that's keeping you complacent to the society, man. Right. That's not having you question certain things we're doing over here. Like we like to bring out, that's nothing but a distraction. That Will Smith slap, that was a distraction. The slap that was heard across the world. What about the nuclear missiles that's going to be shot across the world? Let's talk about that. That's something that's a major distraction that people don't want to speak of, man. This is why they're speaking of shit that ain't got nothing to do with anything, man. What does that have to do with the crisis of the food? What does that have to do with the crisis of the oil and a dollar? What does that got to do with anything, man? But that's showing you our people what loves folly, man. Our people loves folly. That's a mindset of a nigga, a goddamn the folly demon, man.
You got niggas out here having full-blown hour-long discussions about the topic of Will Smith and Chris Rock. Meanwhile, like as the brother said, you have all these different things going on a global scale. Those fiery darts that Satan is shooting against us. Just because it's not front and center, you have to understand that this man is tactical in his approach.
Yeah.
He is going to set up shit to sway our people from thinking about the big picture.
Yeah.
All right, which is that he's about to come down with great wrath on our people, man.
Yeah, it's called Haggadah dialect, man. Distraction. It's called press from above, press from below, man. That's what Esau's doing. And when you go to Vegas, what they do? A sleight of hand. That's what you see this devil's doing, a sleight of hand. You don't really know what he's got them playing behind his back pocket, man. His plans is to destroy you, man. I have to keep you compliant and complacent so you won't do what? You won't goddamn buck up to agendas that we actually have in place, man. Because you always hear people say, if the American people knew what was really going on, they'd be goddamn rise and protest as soon as that shit goddamn hit the fan. But they so complacent that they don't goddamn care. They don't consider, man. Especially 2/3 of the nation of Israel.
I got a
there's like, every single day, man, there's like crazy news coming out.
Yep.
But yet nobody's speaking on it, man. You know, Jake ain't trying to read, man. Yep. They hate reading, man. They hate looking at news. All they care about is, you know, watching their TV, their favorite TV show, their favorite movie, and smoking weed, going to the club, and that's it, man. Eating and drinking.
And it's funny, like the brother was saying, Brother Yeshua was saying, it's only the men of the Lord that's giving you the truth. Only the men of the Lord. We are the only true informants out here, right? Because your church and your pastor ain't informing you of a damn thing. We are the real informants. We are the mouthpiece of who people call God, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Now I got two quick precepts off the comment board. The brother Kazak Ban Yahweh and Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Barakatah, brother. Hey, first one, Kazak Ban Yahweh, Sirach 27:9. It says, the birds will resort unto their light. So will the truth return unto them that practice and hurt. And who's practicing the truth? Who's putting on that full armor of light, as the brothers bring out the precept? The remnant, the men of the Lord, right? Now, verse next precept, beautiful precept, brother. Same brother Kazak Ban Yahweh, Isaiah 60:1-2, what we're speaking about as well. Isaiah 60:1, arise, shine, for thy light is come, which is this truth. The glory of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is risen upon thee. The glory is being seen upon his men, which is the hopeful elect, right? It says, verse 2, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness of people. We're speaking about how these people are completely dead out here, right? Ain't no life in them, right? It says, and gross darkness of people, but the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai shall arise upon thee, the believers, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. So the glory of the Lord is being seen through his men, right? Not through nobody else. It's through his men. I just wanted to add that in, bro.
But that's a beautiful point, man, because that's what you're seeing, man. Because them so-called small hat people ain't doing that in the land of Israel, man. The only one that's doing that and warning the people are the true prophets, man. Like it says in Isaiah 30:20, man, thy eyes shall see thy teaching. They should not be hid in corners anymore. We're on every highway and hedges throughout Babylon the Great and various countries around the world, man, showing that the Lord set that up. Real quick, hold that real quick. Grab me Isaiah 19:19. We're going to bring out that point, then we'll jump back, man. man. Because the Lord's setting up these altars, which what are these the so-called camps, man.
Yep.
He's setting up the altars around Babylon and throughout various countries around the world. Why? Because the spirit has been gathered through the word, man.
It's Isaiah chapter 19, verse 19.
Uh-huh.
In that day shall there be an altar to the Lord in the midst of the land of Egypt.
And this is what you're seeing. In that day, there should be an altar to the Lord in the midst of Egypt, man. That altar is what you see right now, man. Because we made what? Our body a living sacrifice. You read that in the book of Romans, the 12th chapter, I think the first verse. We have made our body a living sacrifice, man. This is that sweet savor that the Lord is smelling, man. The prophecies, man. The ones that's worshiping in sincerity and truth, man. Not what these niggas is offering up. Niggas is offering up abominations, man. As a brother always bring up, that's smoking the Lord's and the Most High's nose, man. He ain't accepting that abominations. He ain't accepting that, man. The offers that he accepting these last days is the altars that he set up in the midst of Babylon. Keep going.
In that day shall there be an altar to the Lord in the midst of the land of Egypt, and a pillar at the border thereof to the Lord.
And a pillar at the border to the, read it again, Salaki.
And a pillar at the border thereof to the Lord.
And that's what you're saying, man. He said, I will make thee a brazen wall, man, a pillar, a bronze pillar, man. You read that in the book, I think in the book of Jeremiah, man. And this is what you're seeing, man, because why we standing for truth, man. We standing for truth. We're the defense of the gospel, man. These Christians ain't defending the gospel, man. They're doing everything contrary to what the Lord said do. They're doing what they want to do. They're adding to the scriptures, man. All we're doing is reading out the Bible, man. Let's jump back to that Romans, man.
This is Romans 13 and 13. Let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness.
And that's the spirit of America, man. That do what thou will spirit, man. As you especially see that amongst Jake, man, which we're going to get into soon, man.
Not in strife and envy, but put ye on Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua. Put on the Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, and make not provision for the flesh.
And make not provision for the flesh, man, which is America less you do. You can do anything you want here in Babylon the Great, man. You don't have to hold yourself accountable, man. Now they're legalized marijuana. Well, now, like we said, you're going to see a bunch of goddamn straight up demons out here, man. You're going to see people true actions and their true intentions once the shit start getting them amped up in the spirit, man. And we seen that in the last days. We're seeing Esau Edom true intentions by doing shit like that. He's showing you forth that he's the wicked the Bible's speaking of, man.
If I could also add to that point, with weed, you're going to have a lot of people when the times get rough, they're going to develop a dependency on weed. They're going to become potheads. Next thing you know, they're going to develop even further dependency upon Esau.
Yeah. Especially
our people who were kind of on the fence about it, but now they're going to be fully with that shit. You see? Yep. In this society, like the brother made mention of, you're going to see more crime. You're going to see more lawless acts done in society because of them passing that bill. They understand what's going on, man. They are setting up for this society to crash so that they could usher in a new world order. So they can usher in the Karagma. They do everything, as the brother Sagallah always makes mention of, with gradualism. Yep. This is another component to contribute to them to usher in the new world order, man.
Yep. You got that from me, right?
Guys, Luke chapter 21 and verse 25. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity.
And that's what's coming. That's what's going to happen here in Babylon the Great, man. Somebody look up that word perplexity, Baba Shah. Read that again. That's what's coming, because like the brother said, once your damn weed fade away and your cigarettes and your cocaine and your opioids and all your drugs, everything that was keeping you not to face reality, you're going to be in a state of perplexity, man.
Joe Biden already gave out, crack pipes.
Yeah.
I just legalizing weed. What next?
What next? You already know what next. That's part of that alphabet game. That last word, that last one.
And Luke 21 and 25. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity.
With perplexity. Let's get that word, man.
So the word perplexity is G64, G640, aporia. And it says the state of one who is in perplexity. Now, when you go to the root word, it's G639, aporeo. It says to be without resources, to be in straits, to be left wanting, to be embarrassed, to be in doubt, not to know which way to turn.
That's a lack. That's a lack of a foundation, right? Now you don't have a foundation. We have a foundation. Our foundation is this word, man.
right.
Now you don't have no foundation. Now you don't have no true answers. We have the answers. You got a precept, brother?
This is Isaiah 24:11. It says, "There's a crying for wine in the streets."
Yep.
That wine going into philosophy and answers. You know, the Lord is going to take His men off the highways and byways. It says, "All joy is darkened; the mirth of the land is gone." You know, but the point was just that, you know, it's going to be a crying for wine in the streets. You know, because it's going to be hard times.
Yeah, hey, beautiful. And the brother brought the word of perplexity, and I got it here in the common definition. It says inability to deal with or understand something that's complicated, right? It says confusion, bewilderment. Now, when you go into that word bewilderment, it goes into a feeling of being perplexed and confusion. So great confusion, it says, and bewilderment, right? Puzzlement, being puzzled, not having the answers, right? Not having the answers. That's what we're telling our people now. You don't got the answers, the ways, you in the ways of the world, you don't have the answers, mate. You got to come back to the men of the Lord, right? And start getting the understanding again that you might be saved.
Done. Hey, real quick. Hey, hold that. Somebody grab me Sirach 5 and 7. That's good. That's what they doing. They think they got their weed. They got their little MasterCards. They think they can do what they want. But hey, we're going to see what the scriptures say, man. We're going to see what the Lord say on how you put your trust in the shadow of this damn devil, man. How it's going to it's going to come to naught, man. Somebody got that?
Sirach chapter 5, verse 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day.
And this is what we telling Jake, man. Like we were telling the Jake before we started, man. Hey, now's the time to wake out of sleep. Hey, you need to be seeking the Lord, man. Seek the Lord while He may be found. Keep going.
For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed.
And that's what's gonna happen to these goddamn niggas and these goddamn heathen, man. In our securities, thou shall be destroyed. There's gonna come a time where, like we said, you're gonna be in a state of perplexity. You ain't gonna have no answers. Like the brother said, you ain't got no answers, Sway. You're gonna have no answers while your sons and daughters not eating. You can't give them, Daddy, why we ain't got food. Daddy ain't got the answers, man. He ain't got the answers. The only ones got the true answers are the men of the Lord. Them are the ones gonna be cloaked and have a head of protection when them times come, man. Apparatus our Lord willing with those men. But you niggas that put your trust in the shadow of Egypt, you won't have the answers, man. You're gonna be in a state of perplexity, in a state of stress, and a state of confusion, man. That's what's coming, man. Like the brother brought out in Isaiah 24:10, man. Hey, man, the city of Babylon, the confusion. Hey, real quick, grab
The confusion is broken down.
Yeah. Because the city of confusion is broken down, man. Let's get that real quick.
It's Isaiah 24 and verse 10. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in.
And that's talking about America, man. There's nothing but confusion going on, man. Legalize goddamn marijuana. Legalize goddamn the nasty people. Like we say, what's next? It's like a goddamn pop. It's a damn guest box. Put your name in the goddamn hat. You trying to figure out what wicked shit. You got your hand in like, what wicked shit this nigga got next? That's what we see with Esau Edom, man. That's how you know the heathen are in a position of rulership. Because the true sons of God, the true people of God wouldn't be doing this wicked ass shit, man. And that's showing you the Esau Edom, so-called white man, he's ruling. This is his world right now, man.
And that city of confusion, and speaking about Babylon, we know America. Somebody give me Nahum 3 and 1. We approve that. They're speaking about America because Babylon, the reason why America will be referred to as Babylon is because this will be a land of great confusion. That's that perplexity. So in the land of great confusion, the Most High is going to bring more confusion. Right? When the dollar crashed, at the height of Jacob's trouble, when there's civil unrest in the streets, a famine of food, the famine of the word when the men of the Lord ain't around. It's going to be another spirit. When the Lord don't have his men out here, it's going to be a different spirit he's going to pour out into the streets.
Yeah, spirit of vengeance.
That's why he said they're going to be a crying for wine. Because the spirit that's going to be out here, it's going to look totally different. Right?
This is Nahum chapter 3, verse 1.
Just to add to the brother.
Woe to the bloody city.
The bloody city. Why is America bloody? Hold that. Somebody give me Numbers 35 and 33.
Let's get it.
Woe to the bloody city. You know, whoa, destruction is coming to this bloody city.
Yeah, because this land was founded on blood, man. It was founded on blood, man. And at the end of the day, like we said, man, if you're so-called righteous people, get a so-called Native American, the tribe of Gad, get them their land back, man. Showing you not, man. You're the seed of the wicked, man. You got that, Numbers 35?
You get that. Matter of fact, go ahead and read it one more time.
This is Nahum chapter 3, verse 1. Woe to the bloody city. it is all full of lies and robbery.
We're going to deal with the lies and robbery here in a second.
Yep.
But woe to the bloody city. Let's deal with that first.
Yeah.
What was the bloody city? It said the land of confusion, right? We heard about it. The city of confusion is broken down. Speaking about Babylon.
Numbers 30, 35, and 33.
This is what makes America bloody, a bloody city. Go ahead.
So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land.
And we'll be here all day speaking about how the Edomites, brought our people here and enslaved the ones that was already here, the so-called Latinos and Native Americans, right? They came over here and started enslaving them first. And then brought the Negroes, West Indians, and Haitians over here and brought them into slavery. Stole them and sold them into slavery, right? And this is what happened. Read it again.
So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are.
They polluted the land by killing the people. By trying to genocide and decimate the tribes. Go ahead.
For blood it defileth the land.
That blood that they shed, it's defiled this land. Go ahead.
And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it.
So the only way it's going to be righteous in the eyes of the Lord, the scripture says, if righteous say to recompense tribulation those who trouble you, is for your blood to be shed and for you to go into captivity. I claim Esau. And for you to go into captivity. See? Now, I'm going to give you one more if I get back to you, bro. One more.
It's Hosea chapter 4, verse 1.
Now, hold that. Now, in Nahum is saying, woe to the bloody city. It's full of lies and robbery, right? The prey departeth not. Go ahead. And we're going to deal with the lies and robbery and the Israelites on the prey. Go ahead.
Hosea chapter 4, verse 1.
Yep.
Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel.
Uh-huh.
For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the
The
land.
Most High got a controversy, with the bloody city. He has a controversy, with the land of confusion, with Babylon. Go ahead.
And when you go into that word controversy, it goes into a public dispute, man.
Woo.
So, everything, all the judgment is about to be made public, man. It's going to be right before your eyes, man.
The Lord going to be publicly execute these things.
Yeah.
But he's going to plead for his people Israel.
Yeah. Hey, it should be, what you always say? It should be, the destruction shall be what?
Revolution will not be televised.
Yeah, the revolution will be televised.
It will be televised.
It will be
The purge is
televised.
going to be here, baby.
Yeah.
It's almost purge time. Go ahead.
Yep.
For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land.
Yeah, so ain't nothing righteous about this place. That's why it's a land of confusion, the land of wickedness. It's been a land of great bloodshed for our people, right? Ain't nothing righteous about this land, but you got 2/3 of our people that want to stay here. That's why they're going to stay here and get melted, because you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are in a spirit of fun land, which is America.
Yep.
Right? You think this is all fun and games. This don't matter. The minute of the Lord don't matter. All of that. But there's going to be a time of righteous recompense where the Lord's going to recompense you for wickedness. And he's going to recompense those that return, you brothers and sisters that believe, for righteousness. You got it, bro.
Hey, real quick, let's get that Isaiah 28, man. Isaiah 28, you said, let me see real quick. I think it's Isaiah 28:10. Does it speak on how, hey, your covenant with death, that's what you niggas take place
Oh,
with,
yeah,
man.
there's no.
Yeah, Isaiah 28:15 about the shot, man.
Isaiah chapter 28, verse 15. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement.
And that's the mindset of a nigga, man. They made a covenant with death, man. Wasn't no turning that nigga talking about he's Moorish. Wasn't no turning that nigga out of that shit, man. He want to be Moorish, that's your covenant with death, man. Keep going.
When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us.
And that's what a nigga think, man. When all hell break loose, man, we have refuge, man. I'm LeBron James.
Right.
Hey, you know who I am?
Yep.
My name ring bells. Hey, when your covenant with death, when the overscourge come through, hey, it's gonna knock that shit down, man. It's not gonna be able to hold you in these last days.
The scriptures say that the Lord is not a respecter of persons.
That's right, man.
See, so like you said, you got these people, you got Jake that think that I'm of stature, I got something built up for myself. The Lord has you set up in that alley. You don't think he can snatch your ass out automatic? The Lord can take anyone out at any moment. The Lord is the one that is control of everything, man.
Yeah, this is his movie, man.
It's his movie.
It says in Isaiah 46:10, man, declaring the end from the beginning, and I would do all my pleasures, man. What is the pleasure of the Lord when you read the scriptures? To destroy Babylon the Great and to redeem the elect out of the nation of Israel, which are the Negro, Latino, Native Americans, the 12 patriarchs, man. But let's read that again.
Hey, hold on 1 second. You got precept too? It's going to be real quick. The Lord is no respecter of persons. This is the precept you brought out. This is for you, bro.
Deuteronomy 1:17. Ye shall not respect persons in judgment, but ye shall hear the small as well as the great.
God. Hey, so judgment is neutral, man.
Yep.
Judgment doesn't. You're not supposed to take any sense of favoritism when you're handing out judgment, man. All right. And how much more the Lord? Keep going.
Ye shall not be afraid of the face of man, for the judgment is the Most High's.
The judgment is the Most High's, man. We're not, and it said that we are not supposed to be fearful of these men, man. You see, because just because these people, they come at us with a certain type of bravado that, oh,
Right.
this is y'all are doing something bad. What are y'all doing? Y'all are causing riots. That shit don't matter.
Yeah, the scripture say, let not their incredulity trouble
Trouble
thee.
thee.
Incredulity means lack of faith.
Right.
Don't let that lack of faith of the scriptures trouble you.
Right.
Don't let it get you in the spirit of doubt.
Yep.
Hey, let the filthy be filthy and let the righteous be righteous still, man. Don't let these damn people that don't know what's actually going on, don't let them trouble you. Let them stay in that spirit.
Yep.
That's more fuel for the fire, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, something?
Yeah, a little bit more.
Oh, you got it.
It says, and the cause is that is too hard for you. Bring it unto me, and I will hear it.
Hey, and that's what we about to see, man.
That's right.
We about to see Yahweh Bashim Yahushai do great works
Yep.
to deliver the elect, man. Lord willing, we be a part of that, man.
Yep.
You see, because we aren't going to be able to obtain salvation from ourselves
Right.
or from any man. We are supposed to get we are going to get our salvation through Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. That is who our salvation is granted from.
That's right.
Right, we're leaving the judgment in the Most High's hands, man.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah, appreciate that.
Just laying back off what the brother was saying, man. You know, these rich people, you know, they think that they're going to be able to save themselves, man. But they're not going to be able to do that, man.
Yep.
And the true glory is in the fear of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, which say life. This is Sirach chapter 10 and verse 24. Great men and judges and potentates shall be honored, yet is there none of them greater than he that feareth the Lord. Right, so the fear of the Lord is the greatest treasure you can have, man. Because that's what's going to lead to salvation, man. That's what's going to give us that Isaiah 33 and 6, man, that wisdom knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, man. That's what's going to keep us from bugging out like the rest of these people, man.
And if I could add on to that, right? So when you think about finances, right? If you have stock, say your stock portfolio, imagine that you have faith as a stock. And you have wisdom and knowledge and understanding. Right now is the time that you're supposed to be working on acquiring these skills, these stocks, so that when the time comes where you can cash out on these stocks, you're set. You good. Because a lot of these people, they didn't invest into this. They didn't take their time to consider it. So when the shit hits the fan, which it's going to, because it's prophecy, we're going to see what's the true treasure in that day. Your ways of the world or the way of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai.
That scripture said, build your treasures up in heaven, man. That's the mindset you're supposed to be in. Restoring your treasures up in heaven by doing what the will of the Lord, man. That's what's going to save us in these last days. It says wisdom is a defense, man. That's what, and you seeing that, man. The wisdom, knowledge, understanding we have, it's going to be a defense in the day of trouble, man. Hold that for me, grab that Isaiah 33, 6, Bible shop.
Isaiah 33 and verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time.
And that's what's going to be the stability of our times, man. To keep stability goes back to keep us stable. That's what's going to keep us stable, and all these people been in a state of perplexity, man. Keep going.
And the strength of salvation.
And the strength of salvation. That's where our trust is. That's where our trust and our faith lies. That's the strength of our salvation, man. The scriptures speak on what Proverbs 24 and 10, man. If you faint in the day of adversity, that strength is small. That strength represents your faith. Keep going.
And the fear of the Lord is his treasure.
Whoa, that backs up what the brother Tazawan was going into, man. The fear of the Lord is his treasure, man. So that's the true treasures of the Lord, man, is to fear him, man. And let's get what if you fear the Lord, let's get what comes with that. You got that?
Proverbs 1 and 7. The fear of Yahweh is the beginning of knowledge.
So the fear of Yahweh is the beginning of knowledge, man. So that's the treasure of the Lord, but also he bestows into you knowledge, man, when you fear the Lord, man. Keep going.
But fools despise wisdom and instruction.
But fools despise wisdom and instruction, man. 2/3 of the nation of Israel, man. You Negro, Latino, Native American, or Spanish. You are the biblical Israelites according to the Bible, man. But it says fools despise instruction, man. They hate it, man. Once you tell a nigga he can't eat pork, he can't goddamn pop a nigga woman, he has to obey the law, statutes, commandments. They don't want to hear that shit, man. They want to be compliant and do what they want, man. This is why 2/3 got to go, man. This is why we have to separate ourselves ourselves from these niggas, man. The scriptures say, be ye separate. We have to separate ourselves. Separate goes back what? To be holy. This is a time where you're seeing the true holy men of Israel standing in the last days. The ones that's what? Sanctified and separate from the ways of the world, man. You're seeing that in the last days, man. Hey, you got this, somebody grab Ecclesiastes 7:7.
Ecclesiastes 7:7. Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad.
It says, surely oppression make a wise man mad, man. You Negro, Latino, Native Americans, you're not upset what's going on, man. You complacent, man. You like what's going on. You like being called a nigga. You like being called 3/5 of a man. You like your goddamn heathen, these goddamn Edomites, these heathen ruling over you. You like goddamn doing what the hell you want and not having instruction, man. Let's read that again, man.
God. Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart.
And a gift destroy a heart, man. You give niggas weed, cigarettes, and goddamn blunts, and hey, that's a gift unto them. And it destroys them mentally, man. They be complacent. That's why the scripture says, why is he spoiled? Is Israel a servant? Why is he a homeborn slave, man? Because the gift destroyed the heart, man. That heart goes back to the Hebrew word la'ah, which means his mind. He's complacent. He's not thinking clearly, man.
And if I could speak to that, because I used to be somebody that smoked weed heavy. Like I was a pothead at one point. And I remember when I was getting off of that, it was a process. You know, these things people they invest their time into, but you have to think about who is approving this. We have the FDA that's approving, and the government and the FDA that's approving the usage of marijuana, but yet you have these different scientists that are telling you, look, there's psychological effects, physical effects. You have people that have nightmares because of this shit. You know what I'm saying? So who's to say that the Lord isn't gonna turn up these nightmares?
You got people that don't smoke weed, they get the shivers and shit.
Yes.
They shake a little bit. And like you said, I was in that same mindset because when I wasn't smoking, that's the only thing I was thinking about. That's a drug, that's an addiction. And why, like you said, what the Food and Drug Association approved it. Why is food and drug in the same fucking category anyway, man? People don't think about that. You so high off your goddamn fucking fentanyl and your other damn drugs, you can't sit and think what the hell's really going on, man. This is why the Lord has to destroy Babylon.
And another thing too, you made mention of something. There is a fentanyl crisis that is going on in the country where you have drugs being laced unbeknownst. You got a lot of people dying from that shit, but that's something that's not talked about. I just wanted to add to that point because there's going to be a lot of death contributed from this legalization. You're going to have a lot of niggas that feel comfortable to go to JoJo up the street, the local weed man, who be having niggas laced out their ass, and now they fucking buku crazy. I've seen that shit happen.
Me too.
I know people that got their shit laced and they went crazy.
Yeah, I got a guy in my old hood right now. He still live in the same house, no water, no lights, but he got laced. And the thing was funny is, they said he was an athlete that went to NC State, and who was he amongst? Goddamn Edomites. They laced his shit, and he been through ever since, man. And I was young. I was a young man, and I used to think something was wrong with him until I actually heard the true story, man. He's bugged out right now.
It's just to land back off what brothers are saying, man. They're giving you all these distractions, man. They're giving you so-called pleasures and liberties to keep you distracted, man. This is an account in the book of Isaiah, chapter 36. I'm going to start at verse 14. Thus saith the king, let not Hezekiah deceive you, for he shall not be able to deliver you. Right? And they're saying, this is basically what Esau is saying. Don't listen to the prophets that's out here, man. The prophets are trying to hearken you back to what will deliver you, man. Verse 14, or verse 15. Neither let Hezekiah make you trust in the Lord, saying, the Lord will surely deliver us. This city shall not be delivered into the hand of the king of Assyria. Right, so they're saying, your Lord isn't going to be able to deliver you, man. Come back into the ways of Babylon, man. Look, we're giving you weed, we're giving you all this food, we're giving you whatever it is, your pleasure, man.
Stimulus checks, EBT, right? Section 8, go ahead.
Verse 16. Hearken not to Hezekiah, for thus saith the king of Assyria, make an agreement with me by a present, and come out of me, and eat ye every one of his vine, and every one of his fig tree, and drink ye every one of the waters of his own cistern. Right, and that's going into everybody going into your own way, man. You know, this society pushes that doest thou wilt spirit, man. And that's what Esau is saying. It's like, hey, don't listen to them, man. They're putting restrictions on you.
They're trying to control you. It's a cult.
They're trying to control you. They're trying to control the way you think. But at the same time, he's been the one manipulating you the whole time. The government means what? To rule over. Mints means what? Your mental state, your mind. Government control. That's what it's about. It's about goddamn control, man.
Yep.
You got that for me? Isaiah 32 and 5, verse 5, and read down to verse 7 about Prashad. Those got precepts, bring them up.
Isaiah 32 and 5.
Uh-huh.
The vile person shall be no more called liberal.
And that vile person is speaking on Esau Edom, man. Everybody's saying that he can't be trusted, man. This devil can't be trusted. If he's legalizing marijuana, what is the real agenda at hand? That's what you should be questioning yourself. Keep going.
Nor the churl said to be bountiful.
Uh-huh. Keep going.
For the vile person will speak villainy.
The vile person will speak villainy, man. Here it is. They call us a hate group, and all we're doing is bringing out the Bible. A vile person will speak villainy. They call us black Hebrew Israelites. Yeah. Well, ain't no. I never seen a black person in my life.
Yeah, they call themselves the people of the Bible, man.
They call themselves the people of God. They call you a black Hebrew Israelite, man. They're putting you in a box. That's categorizing somebody so you can label them, so you can strategically attack them, man. That's nothing but an attack move, man.
They call themselves a God-fearing nation.
Right.
But when the Bible is spoken about in this 100% truth, they buck up at the shit.
Yeah. They don't
like not the shit. They buck up at the truth.
Yeah.
They buck up at the word.
Yep.
Yeah, well, they don't worship the Most High, they worship Satan.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's their God.
Yeah, that's their God. Keep going.
Guns, oil, and drugs.
Yeah. And that's what you've seen benefit through Babylon, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Keep going.
It says, for the vile person will speak villainy,
Uh-huh.
and his heart will work iniquity.
And his heart will work iniquity, man. We seeing that, man. In his heart, he's working iniquity, man. He's practicing, he's doing all these splicing genes. He got them coming all these draconian laws. He's got them about to crash the economy, but at the same time, he keeping you distracted with all these goddamn Will Smith slap and all these goddamn legalizing marijuana and other things that he's doing that we don't know nothing of right now, man. Keep going.
To practice hypocrisy.
To practice hypocrisy, man. But I thought this was the God-fearing country, like the brother said, man.
Right.
So why are you angry that we bring out the Bible, man? Why are you labeling us a hate group? And all we doing is reading you the Bible. All we doing is telling the Negro, Latino, Native American, you know what? We found out that you are the true Israelites of the Bible. Why are you labeling us a hate group when all we doing is coming out the scriptures, man? Somebody get that Amos that hated him and rebuked at the gate.
I got something for you, reason why. Psalm 10, I got a couple lined up. Psalm 10, well, after the brother, you bring your precept.
It's Psalm 58, verse 1. It says, do ye indeed speak righteousness?
Uh-huh.
O congregation, do ye judge uprightly? O ye sons of men?
Uh-huh.
Yea in heart, ye work wickedness, ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth.
And where the violence, Esau's hands in the earth, he's done more violence than anybody on the planet. Go ahead.
The wicked are estranged from the womb.
The wicked are estranged from the womb. Go ahead.
They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
The devil is a liar. So that's speaking about Esau as the devil. He's the deceiver of the earth. As soon as he be born, they come out speaking lies. So ain't no righteous Edomites, right? Any more?
Keep going.
Let's see what else we got in the verse.
Their poison is like the poison of a serpent.
Speaking of their words. It's like the poison of a serpent. Going back to the garden, right? So there was a man in the garden that was speaking unto Eve. Wasn't a snake. Read it again.
Their poison is like the poison of a serpent.
Their words, like the poison of a serpent.
They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth her ear.
Uh-huh. So Esau is being likened unto a snake, a deadly snake. That's the spirit of this man, right? That's the spirit of this devil. That was good. That was pretty much everything. Beautiful. I got one more too. And I got the brother Holden one.
This is Psalms 10 and 4. The wicked.
This is the reason why the question I was posing the question. The brother was speaking, was posing the question. You know that why are these Edomites the way they are, the things they do? Because they don't consider the Most High. That's why they do it. Here's the reason why.
Psalms 10 and 4.
Yep.
The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after the Most High.
So the Most High is not in their thoughts. See, these devils, they go about living their lives contrary to the Most High, but they tell you in God we trust. The Bible's the law of the land. You got to swear on the Bible when you go to court. Ain't that about a BITC? You know what?
Yeah.
Right? You make us swear on the Bible when you go to court, but you don't keep one law of nothing the Lord said. The Lord said in Hosea 4:1 that he is a controversy because there's no truth, knowledge, or mercy in the land. Right? Go ahead.
The Most High is not in all his thoughts.
The Most High ain't none of these devils' thoughts. They ain't considered the Most High. They ain't considered his people. Because if they were, they would be considered mercy, right?
If they consider, they'd be saying, hey, you so-called Negroes,
Yep.
you know what? You are the true people of the
Yep.
Bible. We've been lying to you.
Yep.
You think they're going to do that shit?
Right? No. And they would go right into, they would have to willingly serve and go right into captivity, give up everything they have. That's never going to happen. Why? Because God ain't in his thoughts. He ain't righteous. And the Most High set him up to be destroyed.
Yeah.
You see?
Can I read that in the NLT?
Yep, yep.
Psalms 10 and 4. The wicked are too proud to seek the Most High.
They're too what?
The wicked are too proud to seek the Most High.
Go back to Obadiah 1. Go ahead.
They seem to think that the Most High is dead.
They seem to think, read that again. This is why. This is the spirit of Esau in the earth today, which is why niggas got the spirit they got on them in the earth today. Because what have they done? They've taken on the ways of their master. Esau is their master, and they've taken on the ways of Esau, and they are good and faithful slaves. They're in that Stephen from Django spirit. Master! What you doing on that nad, boy? See? That's the spirit that our people are in. Right? Read it again.
This is Psalms chapter 10, verse 4.
This scripture will forever have to come out in the NLT when it come out. This verse. Because they hit the point. Go ahead.
The wicked are too proud to seek the Most High.
The wicked, the so-called white man is the wicked of the earth according to the Bible, according to God. He's too what?
The wicked are too proud to seek the Most High.
To seek the Most High. Go ahead.
They seem to think that the Most High is dead.
They seem to think that all the wickedness that they've done, the Bible says, they say none seeth me.
Yeah.
They believe the Most High is dead.
They don't think he's seen what's going on, man. Hey, grab Amos 9 and 8. Let's see what's in. Bring it. You got more on that?
No, that was it. I got no.
Bring it with the brother got real quick.
Yep, you got it, bro.
It's Psalm chapter 40 and verse 1.
Yep.
Deliver me, O Lord, from the evil
From
man.
the evil man. And who's that evil man on the earth? There's a man on the earth that will be actually. When you read in Revelation, there's a man on the earth that would be acting a part of Satan. So there's an actual man on the earth that's doing that. Hold that real quick. Give me Malachi 1 and 4. Yep. It's an actual man on the earth. Read that one more time. That's doing that.
Psalm 40 and 1.
This ain't no make-believe dude in a latex suit running around poking people. No. The devil is the so-called white man on the earth. He's a deceiver of the earth. That's who the devil is. Go ahead.
Deliver me, O Lord, from the evil man.
Now we do have the spiritual demon Satan, right?
But he has children.
That's right, and he has children, and they are the ones in 2 Thessalonians that actually side with Satan. Right? They are the physical incarnate of Satan. Right? The spiritual demon that is. But they are Satan on the earth, the adversary. So this is we're talking about an actual man on the earth, a people. Go ahead, read it again.
Psalm 140 and 1.
Yep.
Deliver me, O Lord, from the evil man.
King David speaking here. Go ahead.
Preserve me from the violent man.
He knew who the evil and the violent man was. Go ahead.
Which imagine mischiefs in their heart continually.
All they think about is doing wickedness, as it says in Micah 2. In Micah 2, verses 1 through 2. All they do is constantly meditate on doing wickedness. Go ahead. Because the scriptures say war is in his heart, right? Go ahead.
Continually are they gathered together for war.
Meaning to destroy you, to conquer you. And they conquered the tribes by the will of the Lord. Go ahead.
They have sharpened their tongues like a serpent.
Yep, there go that tongue again, right? That's that poison they put out there. His words were smooth, but war was in his heart. Go ahead.
Adder's poison is in their lips.
Yep, they're like it unto a snake again. Right? They're surreptitious. The way they move.
Very crafty.
Very crafty. That's why the scriptures say, never trust thy enemy. Why? Because he's crafty as hell.
That's why Esau said, did you read the fine print?
Matter of fact, hold that. I got one more for you. Give me the one in Genesis. It's Genesis the 3rd chapter, I'm pretty sure, where it says the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field.
That nigga Esau.
Okay, well you bring it up.
It's Sirach chapter 12, verse 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. Right, and that's going into Esau, man. Esau is looking for every opportunity in order to overthrow Israelites, man. They say he'll throw you into a pit, man. Everything they do is to pull you further and further away from Yahweh Shai, man, and to ultimately destroy you, man.
And part of that pit he set up was this system of governance on the earth, which is why the scriptures say that Babylon, that all the earth was drunk with the wine of Babylon. Why is that? Because he set up a system of governance on the earth through his dominion, and he got everybody following wickedness. That's why the whole world is effed up right now. That's why it says the nations are mad. That's literally and figuratively. They mad at Esau, so they're ready to get the one up on him, right? But they also mad because they lost all of their culture and morals following this man, the violent man on the earth. You got that one more fictitious? More subtle.
It's Genesis 3 and 1. It says, now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field,
Uh-huh.
which the Lord God had made. And he said unto the woman, yeah, hath the Most High said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden.
Yeah, now starting back from the top. That's going into philosophies of the world. I'm going to touch on that part from the top.
Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field.
We've been going through all these precepts showing that Esau was likened unto a snake. The sons of the wicked is what they were known going back to the times of the garden, right? So, in the beginning. So, he was more subtle. Now, what you got that word subtle, huh? Did you pull it up?
I was pulling the serpent.
Okay, you can pull up serpent. And that word subtle, I know, speaks of, it goes into like craftiness, right? He's crafty. And being crafty just gets into him, hey, he know how to finesse.
Yeah.
He'll finesse your ass.
Yeah.
If you let him.
Give
Right.
it
Yep.
I mean, he's done it. I mean, for centuries, man.
Yeah, but he goes to the same playbook. This is how
Yep.
we figured him out. He does the same fucking shit.
Yep.
Nigga always go left.
And we know this is him because, I mean, you gotta think, even Jake uses this term. You know what I'm saying? Shiesty, snake.
Yep.
That nigga's a snake.
Yep.
Really showing also that this is us. It's written in the manner in which we speak.
Hey, the Most High speaks with what you call hip talk.
Yeah.
Slang.
Slang.
It's slang all throughout the Bible.
Yeah, that's a parable. 'Cause remember
Yep.
back in the day, you tell a white man, what's up? They be like, what you mean?
Yeah.
They be like, what's going on? What's up? What
You know, you say, what's up? They start looking up. Cool.
Oh,
He ain't got no
my
flavor, man.
What is cool? What is cool? Is it chilly out? Is it chilly in here? See, that's Jake, man. That's just embedded in our DNA to speak like that.
That's right.
We always been speaking in code and slang and parables, man.
Yeah.
We speak that amongst the stuff. I just literally, I had a Jake at my job, which I think he might be an Edomite. He's a terror. He just found out what capping mean, man.
Yep.
Oh, you capping, man. You tell Edomite right there, be like, what you, cap? No, you got to cap. Yo, you lying. See, they don't understand the parables and the slang. That's showing you that we are the people of the Bible, man. All facts, man.
I got a definition.
All chasing.
All right.
No cap. No cap.
It says serpent, a large snake, a sly or treacherous person.
A what?
Sly or treacherous
A sly,
person.
so the Lord is like an Esau unto the sly, treacherous person.
Got it.
The violent man we read about. Go ahead.
A little bit more.
Yeah.
beast.
It says especially one who exploits a position of trust in order to betray it. It's
Oh, wow.
Going into what is it? Sirach chapter 12, where it says never trust our enemy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because if he get a chance, he's gonna betray you.
Yeah, that's his whole MO. That's how Esau, the so-called white man, his whole character is to capitalize on somebody.
Yep.
He's a culture vulture.
Yep.
He steals your cultures and put them to himself and capitalize off of it to keep you complacent and actually think that what he's doing to you is okay. That's his whole system.
Like, oh my
man.
gosh, Esau, I'm so glad that you're progressive in society.
Thank you
now.
for taking
allowing me.
for uplifting the LGBT. They were struggling. Like, what the fuck, bro?
Little do you know he's leading your ass down into a fucking pit to get destroyed, man, because the Most High is not with that shit.
Hey, I got a scripture on that serpent real quick. Revelation 12:9.
So Revelation chapter 12, verse 9.
Get that Isaiah 29.
And the great dragon was cast out,
That great dragon represents who? Esau, Edom, man. Keep going.
that old serpent.
That old serpent,
Yep,
going back to Genesis.
Yep.
Let's read that again,
Yep,
man. Let's
sounds
get some
good.
edification. Let's read it again,
and the
man.
great dragon was cast out,
Uh-huh.
that old serpent
That old serpent, man. Keep going.
called the devil,
Called the devil. He
And-
went out to deceive the nation. Devil goes back to the Latin word diabolos,
Yep.
which means what? Deceiver.
Yep.
He went out to deceive the nations. When you get into Revelation, the 20th chapter, I think around the 3rd verse.
Yep.
Keep going.
called the devil and Satan,
Satan, adversary.
Yep.
He's contrary against the will of the Lord. He's an adversary, man.
Yep.
He's going against everything the Lord said do not do.
Yep.
That's the adversary. That's the same position that what the serpent was doing in the garden,
Yep.
telling Eve that, hey, these philosophies in the bite of this apple, you will surely not die. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
Said fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's sometimes.
Yeah, I was going to say that. He said apple.
Yeah,
The fruit,
education.
right?
Yeah, come on.
Going into the philosophies.
Yep.
which deceiveth the whole world,
Which deceiveth the whole world with his what, man? With Christianity, with his philosophies, with his so-called sword, going in and pillaging and taking the land, with his IMF banking system. He went out to deceive the whole world, man, and set himself up as God, man.
Yep.
Now he's sitting in the temple of God, thinking that he's God. That's prophecy, man. That shows you who are the devil on earth and who are the ones his adversary claim up on. That's called to the scriptures, man.
which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
And that's what's going to take place when the Most High and beloved Son Yahushua come back. His ass is going to be cast out of position of rulership, man. And also in the book of Obadiah, he's going to be cast out because he's going to be smut with stubble. He's going to be burnt the hell up, man. The Edomites will be no more very soon, man. Once this man's system go down and we get a position of authority and rulership, the Edomites are going to be in servitude until their time of riddance is ready, man. Or time for them to get rid of, man.
After that 1,000-year period,
After that 1,000-year period, we round your ass up and make a memorial of your ass. Everybody come together, just like they did it with us with picnics, right? They'll go together, they come out to church and pick a nigga, and then round up and take pictures. Oh, smile buttons, get beside the barbecue. We gonna do the same shit with you, Esau.
Nice big
We gonna
old
do a big
bonfire.
ass bonfire with your ass, man. All the tribes gonna see us around you heating up, man. We gonna get in the chairs and sit on the chairs and just watch your ass get burnt the hell up, man. That's what's coming, man. Front row seat, man. Front row seat, man. Toasting, yan, hey, call me Yasharala. Call me Yasharala. That's right. Hey, grab that Isaiah 29:15. You drop that.
Isaiah.
Nah, keep going.
Isaiah 29 and 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel.
And this is what we're saying, man. This devil, the serpent, he has a very wicked council that's ruling the earth right now, man. What you call the Illuminati, man. The so-called light birds, man. The illuminated ones, man. Keep going. And that woe means what? Destruction. The Lord said destruction to you and seek deep to hide your counsel, man. Keep going.
Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from Yahweh.
From Yahweh, keep going.
And their works are in the dark.
Their works are in the dark. The so-called Illuminati, man. The Illuminati's in the Bible. Did you know that? The Illuminati is in the Bible. The so-called enlightened ones of this society, man. He said that their works are in the dark, man, because their power was within secrecy, man. They had secrecy. They had secret agendas that they would hold summits, man. Summit goes back to what? The top of a mountain. They would hold Bilderberg meetings, G21 summits, to what? To figure out a way to keep us far away from our power, man. That's the enchantments that you're seeing taking place since we've been in this captivity, man. Keep going.
It says, and their works are in the dark, and say, who seeth us? And who knoweth us?
And that's what they say, man. Because they was going through the earth with their secret agendas, and nobody actually knew who the Edomites were, man. Nobody knew who Esau Edom was. Nobody knew about the Illuminati. You best believe the Illuminati knew who they was the whole time, man. That's why the Rothschilds call themselves what? Red Child means red shield. They knew who they was the whole time, but it was secrecy, man. The book that had been hid. The Most High put the spirit on us to be cast away from our book, our power. And this is why you see it. Jacob's waking up in the last days and seeking who he is, man. But the Lord is exposing Esau. That's part of biblical prophecy, to expose the devil, the serpent, the children of Satan. That's what you see it taking place. You got a precept?
Yeah, I got a precept. Matter of fact, we'll hit 10 and then we'll go back up to 1 and read now. We'll hit 10 first. Because I want to touch on that. He was talking about the Secret Counsel, right? We'll read 10 first.
It's Isaiah chapter 47, verse 10. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me.
See, that's the Secret Counsel, right? The Secret Counsel of the wicked. None seeth me. Nobody don't know what we're doing. The wickedness that Esau's been perpetuating around the earth. All the wickedness is being done in the dark. Go ahead.
Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee.
So this devil has been perverted through his wisdom and knowledge. Because the Bible tells you the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. That's right. So he's used his knowledge on the left-hand side to do nothing but push wickedness, right? Not to heal, not to bring together, not to establish righteousness and justice and equity in the land, to do nothing but to destroy. Go ahead.
And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me.
Yeah, the scriptures speak about how they said, who can bring me down to the ground? The scriptures speak about Esau. That's what they believe. Who can actually dethrone me? I'm sitting on the throne when you read the top of this chapter. It speaks about that. Keep going.
Verse 11. Therefore shall evil come upon thee.
So evil is about to come unto this devil, right?
Thou shalt not know from whence it riseth.
Yep, they ain't gonna know how to deal with when Yahushua cracked the clouds with the chariots. They ain't gonna know how to deal with it. But even before then, when this whole system collapses, this pit that they've created, when it all collapses, the system of commerce and capitalism and cronyism, when it's collapsed and all hell breaking loose in the streets, they ain't gonna know what to think. They ain't gonna know what to do. Go ahead.
And mischief shall fall upon thee.
Mischief is about to fall upon these devils. You so-called white people, mischief is about to fall upon you devils. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not be able to put it off.
You ain't gonna be able to put this mischief off though. What the Lord about to bring You so-called white people, you devils ain't gonna have no answer for it. Go ahead.
And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly,
You Edomites about to be destroyed suddenly. Go ahead.
which thou shalt not know.
And you ain't gonna know what the hell is going on, right? What's going on? Why is this happening? Your everyday six-pack Joe six-pack Edomite don't got a clue what's going on. Now you got those that's in the upper government and the upper echelon, the so-called Illuminati, and there's some in the government and people that know what's going on. But the everyday Edomite is lost too. Like your everyday Israelite is lost.
Yeah, they don't know because
See?
he went out and deceived the nations.
Yep.
He took everybody's nationality and put it in a damn box. I think it was Johann Blumen something. And he categorized everybody. The black man, Negro's black, the Asian man is yellow, the Native Americans is red. I'm white, means purity, clean, like big did
Righteous, holy.
righteous and holy. And that's you going to deceiving the nations, man. It's deceiving your own people, man. But that's gonna be a stomach blocker to yourself, man.
That's what we said before the race capitalization. They put off tribes and nations.
Did it work?
Yeah, and white didn't come around to 1681, man. So what was you calling yourself before that? The British, the French, the Spaniard, all these other damn fucking names that has nothing to do with your biblical nationality, man.
Yep.
Yeah, when you sit and think about this, the way how they break this shit down now is fucking retarded. How you are your race is classified by a color makes no sense at all.
Yeah, that's showing you the morals and the mindset of the people.
Boom, I was about to say that's spirit.
Yeah, that's just show you how low. That's showing you how low this place is,
Yeah.
man. And back in the day, you would go to a brother, hey, brother from the tribe of Issachar.
Yeah.
Why? Because that's his father. You would go to your father. That's where the pedigree lies. But here it's black. Where the fuck is your land at, man? Where's the land of black?
Right.
Yeah, you gonna find. Where's white land?
Right.
Come on, man.
Right.
That shit is bullshit, man.
Yep.
You got that for me real quick?
So Psalm 140 and 4. Keep me, O Lord, from the hands of the wicked.
Keep me, O Lord, from the hands of the wicked, man. We understand that the wicked is who? Esau, Edom. Job 9:24 tells you that. Keep going.
Preserve me from the violent man.
Preserve me from the violent man, man. Who's the violent man? Esau, Edom. His characteristics show throughout the fourth of the earth, man. Through generation to generation, he's been showing you Negroes that he is the wicked according to the Bible and that he hates your ass, man. Keep going.
Who have purpose to overthrow my going.
Who have purpose to overthrow my goings. This is why they set up GMOs. This is why they set up so-called hoods and ghettos, man. This is why they set up these goddamn so-called McDonald's and all these goddamn places where they can keep you goddamn complacent and trusting in their system, man. Like the brother brought out, the Food and Drug Association. What the hell they got to do with food, man? Why is drug in the same acronym as that, man?
You may mention the McDonald's. Did y'all brothers see? Y'all saw the chart that had the ingredients for the nuggets.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Them chicken nuggets, goddamn, fucking horn shavings. What the fuck is horn shavings,
Bro,
bro?
who got that shit in there?
Why you got
shavings,
horn shavings and pork and chicken extract? What the fuck is this man doing?
Let's read that again.
That nigga is on demon time. That's the
demon
real.
time.
That's the real nigga.
That's
The so-called white man. This is the Edomites, the biblical Edomite.
He's a super gremlin, man.
Yep.
Yes.
He's a super gremlin. It ain't Kodak. It's a white man. Super gremlin the whole damn time, man. If you ever seen the movie Gremlins, that's a so-called white man.
That's right.
Keep going.
Psalm 140 and 4. Keep me, O Lord, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent man.
Preserve me from the violent man. We pray to the Lord that he preserve us in these last days for these things and atrocities about to take place in Babylon the Great, man. We're speaking on things, the current events that's going to affect us in the long run. But we pray that the Lord preserve us from these things, man. For the pearl times. Keep on.
Who have purpose to overthrow my going.
Who has set up these different types of snares to overthrow our goings, man. This devil set up these different kinds of school. The brother always bring out the school prison pipeline. Who set that up? The devil. He set that up to make your prison system, your school system look like a prison system, but their college, their school system look like a college, man. So that they can forward the affliction on Jake, man. So Jake, once he get this certain age, he gonna be robbing and stealing. We can get his ass in the goddamn jail, man.
Hey,
That's set up by design, man.
and even if you don't go to prison, man, they try to put you in that mode of getting into the workforce so they can have more slaves out here,
Yep.
man.
Yep.
Because they teach you that, you wake up at 6 o'clock, you go to school at 8 o'clock, and you get out at 2 o'clock. So it's that same work week that they put together. So your mind has already been programmed to get used to that, man.
Yep.
Verse 5, the proud have hid a snare for me.
Who's the proud? The Edomites. You read that in the book of Obadiah, man.
Yep.
The proud is the Edomites, man. They have a very proud look about themselves, man.
Yep.
They feel like they're untouchable, that nobody can touch them, man.
Yep.
We have deceived the whole world to believing that we are the children of the book. The Bible speaks on these are a proud nation, man.
Yep.
Keep going.
The proud have hid a snare for me, and cords. They have spread a net by the wayside. They have set gins for me.
Gins and traps.
Yep.
This is why the nigga always in a fucking trap. Esau set it up. He set the drugs up. He set the pharmacia up. He set the poor diets up, man. He set it up where you continue eating pork because he set up the worst goddamn chart of eating, man. From an age, you get the fucking pyramid of a chart of eating, and it's fucking terrible, man.
Yep.
And then you go to the hoods. Ain't no damn Publix in the hood, man. Ain't no places to get good fruits and vegetables in the hood. All these so-called metropolitan areas, they only got McDonald's around the corner. They got a goddamn KFC around the corner. They got a goddamn liquor store over here. They got a goddamn gun shop over here. And that's all you gonna see in the hood.
And they got a church right
And they got a church right there. They got about 20 churches with Chesney outside and shit, man.
They call those food deserts, where you lack the nutrients that are necessary to fuel the people that live in a community. I actually did a research project about that. Food deserts directly harm urban communities, which are predominantly filled with who? The tribes. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Those are the ones that constantly are in food deserts. If you take a look at any area in Charlotte, let's take for instance Charlotte, right? If you look at Charlotte, urban communities in Charlotte house food deserts. Now you're seeing all this gentrification flowing in, and now what are they doing? Oh, let's go ahead and build up some supermarkets. We need supermarkets over here now. Showing you, as the brother said, this man is out to fuck you up, man. From a micro level all the way to a macro level, man.
Yeah, it's by design, man, to have the food defiled, because the food he has different types of metals in the food and in the water, and then it messes up Jake the way he thinks, man. You got that precept real quick,
Ezekiel 4:13, and the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them.
And that's what you're saying, man. Our bread is defiled here in his so-called American system, man. In Babylon the Great, man. The food is defiled, man. We don't even know where the fuck our food's coming from. If you don't even know where your food's coming from, that shows you not in a position of authority, man. You can't even speak up for or cry out for what's really going on, but you don't even know where the hell your food coming from, man.
Hey, the greatest example of it being defiled is that the fact that now we know it's commonplace to know that most of the food in the society is genetically modified.
Yes.
GMO. That's one of the greatest forms of knowing that our food is that prophecy is going on right now.
Yeah, and people, and they're showing what the brother was saying, the morals of the people are very low. Why? They ain't even upset about the shit. No. You got countries, which is spiritual. I was talking about an Edomite about this 2 days ago because his grandfather's a farmer. You got countries that don't accept Monsanto, man. They don't accept that. Right. You can't even bring that into their countries, man. And he said that his grandfather was growing natural seeds, but the thing is, the way he set up these Monsanto seeds, that other farmers around him, their seeds will go through the soil, and they say no, his fruits get contaminated with Monsanto. Right. Showing that this devil, he's very crafty, man. Yep. Our food is defiled here in this system, man. This is why we have to cry out to the Lord for all the abominations that be done in the midst of, man. Right. This is why all the world is angry and upset for what this devil is doing to them, man.
Yep.
You got that Revelation 11?
Yep. Yeah, I was about to say too. Also, Jake is in poverty, man. So whenever they're gonna eat, where they gonna go, man? They're gonna go to the dollar menu.
Yep.
Straight to the
They ain't got them no more.
Yeah, they ain't even got that no more.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. And that's showing you, and you be like, damn, you get 50 nuggets for $2. Wow.
Yeah.
And that's what Esau do. Like, you got a deal at Burger King, get 50 nuggets for $2. You should be like, what the fuck is in them nuggets, man?
Yeah.
But what Jake do? Smoke that L, pull right up. Let me get about 5 of them motherfucking nuggets, man. Let me go and order about 5 cases of them things, man. And eat that shit. 50 nuggets, man. Through like a motherfucker, man, with barbecue sauce. Yep. Come on, man.
Can I get a quick precept?
Yep, you got it.
Psalms 94:16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers? All right. See, like as the brother was saying, we have to cry to the Lord because of all the abominations that's going on. This isn't just about us going into captivity and things like that. Us being future rulers of the earth and having the scriptures, we understand how the world is to operate, man.
Yep.
And we hate the way how this world is operating right now, man. under the guidance of Esau.
Yep.
Who are the evildoers?
That's right.
Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? Who are the workers of iniquity? Esau.
Yep.
When you do a fucking a research of all the iniquity that goes on in the world, it's like a fucking Where's Waldo.
Yep.
It'll be a big scene that's created, but who's always there?
Yep.
Hiding in the midst of that shit.
Yep.
Esau.
Yep.
Somewhere it's always Esau planted in
With
that.
his little red hat on like that.
Right.
and shit.
You had back then in the late 70s when the drug influx came into urban communities. Who was the ticket? Who was the scapegoat? Jake was.
Yep.
And then in the 90s, they admitted, well, we did help.
Yeah.
Like damn, and they ain't catch no flack.
Ain't catch no flack. And he got the drugs over here by getting our other brothers that are part of the tribes, the northern tribes, to fund the drugs, man.
Right, the
He
conscious.
Yeah. This devil set up a goddamn. He was setting up a damn a coup down there in the lands of South America, man, and getting the drugs up here, shipped up here. So he was setting up division amongst the northern tribe down here by flooding their communities with guns, and up here he's flooding the communities with Jake at the southern tribe with goddamn drugs, man. But the white man ain't the devil, man. Come on, right?
And this is Proverbs 29:2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, you know, because the world's going to be in its true and natural state. It says, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And, you know, we're mourning right now because it's not sustainable, man. Like, you got, we was talking about the opioid epidemic with the fentanyl. Like, this place is bugged out, you know.
Could you go all the way down to verse 16, Baba Kusha?
Verse 16. It says, when the wicked are multiplied, transgression increases.
And we see the result of this, man. We see the result of wickedness being multiplied on the earth.
Yep.
It's to the point now where if you can just do research on, say for instance, let's take a focus of food. As the brother was saying, we eat our food defiled, we eat GMOs and shit. Now these niggas at the point where they talking about, oh, we need to drink doodle water. We gotta drink doodle water and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta be more accepting to eat
Bill Gates said that.
fucking plant-based food. But why? Why is it like that? Why are we running out of animals? Why are we running out of space to live? Why am I unable to afford to live in society?
They said eat lentils and let your dogs die. Something like that.
Like, this nigga is out of control. Keep going to
Calm. But the righteous shall see their fall.
We're going to see their fall. We're going to see the demise of the evildoers, man.
Yep.
Lord willing, we endure to the very end because this nigga has to go, bro. Shalom.
He's doing too damn much.
Doing too much.
And the scriptures say, with thine eyes thou shalt see the fall of the wicked.
Done.
Also, when you read in Psalm 37.
He the nigga that as soon as get on the court, he goddamn just start shooting, airballing this shit, goddamn cherry picking.
Yep.
Like, nigga, you don't play D? That's Esau, man. He just goddamn doing the goddamn most, man.
Yep.
This is why the Lord has to take this nigga out, man.
And he's about to. He go to precept.
This is Revelation 11:18.
Yep, that's the promise the Lord said. That's what the Lord gonna do to Esau. Yep.
And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come.
So the wrath of the Lord is soon to come. And the Lord see the nations being angry. Yahweh Shai sitting, in the spirit realm on the right hand side of the Most High, seeing the destruction that's going on. And we're about to end up with this: seeing the destruction going on, and then also knowing that the wrath of the Lord is what's coming as Babylon is deteriorating from within. Babylon is an epic collapse coming to this place. We're witnessing that epic collapse that the Lord promised all throughout all the prophecies, and then in the book of Revelation. Go ahead.
In the time of the dead, that they should be judged,
And
that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets.
So the reward is going to come for those that have faithfully, served the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahushua, as it is written. We ain't got to bring it, I'll quote it. The Lord will not forget your work and labor of love that you showed toward his name, right? So that reward is coming to the ones that labor in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the ones that stood so stiffly for the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Let's say it that way. Go ahead.
It says, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints,
and to the saints, the believers,
and them that fear thy name.
And all those that truly fear Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Those are the ones whose names are written in the book of life. Go ahead.
Small and great.
Small and great, right? It's going to be men, women, and children that's going to get saved. Go ahead.
And shouldest destroy them that destroy the earth.
But the Lord's going to destroy them Edomites that destroy the earth. Read that again.
On top.
No, okay. That last part.
And shouldest destroy them that destroy the earth.
But the Lord's going to destroy them Edomites that destroyed the earth, because they're the ones that destroyed the earth. Right? The Lord's coming to destroy these Edomites that destroyed the earth, that took peace and sanctity away from the earth, that took righteousness out of the earth. Right? The man that came with that great sword, that brought war and wickedness to the highest levels. Right? Unimaginable wickedness. Right? The Lord's coming to destroy them Edomites from the top to the bottom, and you heathen, because you destroyed the earth.
And it's justified through the Spirit, because like we say, if you don't even bring up slavery, you can bring up some shit this nigga did last week, and for all the fucking atrocities and all the goddamn pedophilia and all the shit you doing, that's even more proof that your ass need to be destroyed, man. So your tab, and like it says in Revelation 18:5, the sins that reach unto heaven. Your shit, hey, all your atrocities and all your lies and deception and fraud has reached into heaven. Your murders, all it's just reached to heaven, man. The cries of the Lord the cries of the Israelites has reached to the ears of the Sabaoth, man, and the Lord of armies, man. And he's about to destroy your ass, man. And he's gonna use one of his armies with the ICBM missiles to get you off the face of the earth, man. Very, very soon, man. The time is ticking, man. Yep. The damn what's it called? The doomsday clock. It's getting shorter. It's getting closer and closer, man. Yep. Through the spirit of Yahweh Shah when his return, man.
And all those Edomites, those kings and nobles of Esau, Edom, those asses gonna go into bondage immediately, man.
Yeah.
If they don't get destroyed by those thermonuclear missiles.
That's right. Yep.
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink.
It said, woe goes back to the word destruction, man. You look that up. It said, woe to him to get his neighbor drink. And who was his neighbor? The so-called nigga Latino Native Americans, man. We once was neighbor goes back to brother. Yep. Kinsman. Keep going.
That puttest thy bottle to him.
And what that bottle was, he did philosophy, these lies, man. The way he deceived us to actually thinking that they were the children of God, and we are just who they are, what, 3/5 of a man. Yep. Keep going.
That's crazy.
And makest him drunken also, that thou mightest look on their nakedness.
And this is what Esau Edom done, man. He looked upon our nakedness, man. Instead of telling us that we're the children of God, that the Negro, Latino, Native American are the biblical Israelites of the Bible, they call us bywords. They call us niggas, spicks, everything under the sun, but not according to who we are, man. They looked upon our nakedness. They let us be niggas. They let us they push forth the drugs in the community, the guns, and all the wickedness you see in the community. They forward the money with the rap game and all this abomination with these goddamn agendas with the nasty people. They forward that, man. They looked upon our nakedness, man. Keep going.
Thou art filled with the shame for glory.
Thou art filled for shame for glory, man. Now everybody's seeing that the so-called white man and all the things that he's been trying to uplift himself like he was, that, hey, it's going to be a shame upon your glory, man. All your so-called glory days, man, it's a shameful thing, man. Why they only want to uphold the so-called Christopher Columbus Day no more, because they know that this guy was a fucking freak, and he's a fucking liar and a murderer, man. That shame is upon his glory, man. The so-called presidents that is Bill Clinton, and he's a freak, he's a pedophile. Yeah, Abraham Lincoln, he owned slaves, he was a freak, he was a pedophile. It's the same shit, man. And they're getting exposed, man.
Yeah, they're trying to get rid of the critical race theory.
Yeah, and it ain't in a theory. Critical race theory is a fact, man. These are things, actual fucking facts in history throughout the society that you've done to the nation of Israel and also to the heathen nations, man.
I got one more for you.
That goes in, just laying back off the brother. It goes into in Nahum where it says, "I will discover thy skirts upon thy face," man.
Yep.
All these things that Esau has done over the years are being brought back into the light, man.
Yep. Matter of fact, before you bring that, we got these last two. We'll close. You said you spoke about Nahum. We'll get Nahum 3 and 4 first, and then we'll get that one next. So we're going to show. Matter of fact, get that first. We're going to show the shame for glory. Oh, Nahum. It's the shame for glory. Go ahead.
Isaiah 13, 17?
Yeah, I believe it's 17.
In 17 it says, "Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces.
Yep, go ahead.
And they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eye shall not spare children. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms."
Babylon, the glory of the whole earth. Here goes the shame for glory. Babylon, the glory of the whole earth. Go ahead.
"The beauty of the Chaldees, excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah."
So it's going to be like the Most High overthrowing Sodom and Gomorrah in the ancient world. That's what Babylon is going to be like. Because Babylon is the glory of all the nations, right? Now you got that Nahum 3?
This is Nahum chapter 3,
John 3:16.
verse 4.
Get out of here.
Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot,
Multitude of the whoredoms, all the wickedness Babylon have pushed, and they're the well-favored harlot that you read about the whole Bible.
the mistress of witchcraft,
Mistress of witchcraft.
that selleth nation through her
And
whoredoms,
she's the biggest witch on the planet.
Yeah.
She deceived everybody all through her wickedness, her wine.
Yep.
Right? Nobody can compare to what this devil done did to the earth. Go ahead.
and families through her witchcrafts,
Yep. Whole families, nations.
Yep.
Micah 2 and 1, 2 and 2,
Yep.
2 and 1 through 2.
Yep.
Right? All that wickedness. This man is, hey, he weighed his hand in the violence of the earth. He's done more violence and wickedness than anybody.
Yep.
Can't nobody compare to him.
Nah.
Right?
That's his sin. That's why it says his sins reach unto heaven.
When they say Esau, they should say Esau the incomparable. Ain't nobody can compare to this nigga, man.
Right.
Who can compare to the wickedness he does?
It's infinite.
Yeah, the scriptures say that.
Yeah, it's infinite.
Go ahead.
behold, I am against thee,
The Most High is against these devils. Go ahead.
saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face,
Hands, when we talk about the Lord going to discover the skirts, right? Isaiah 47, it tells you the Lord going to look at the skirt of this devil.
Yep.
Then he going to expose Esau for who he is, and that's being done right now through the prophets. Go ahead.
and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame.
Yeah, that's happening through the men of the Lord.
Yep.
And more of that shame is coming. It's going to be that total destruction.
Yep.
Read Revelation 18 chapter.
And I will cast abominable filth upon thee,
And what's that abominable filth the Lord going to cast upon thee? Keep reading.
and make thee vile,
And make thee vile.
and will set thee as a gazing stock.
He's everybody's laughing at your
Laughing
ass
stock
now,
at Esau.
and they saying you a fucking hypocrite, man.
Yep.
Even like China said, they said democracy is how did they say it? Democracy is basically it's against mankind. The way they was putting it, because the way you rule with democracy, hey, you capitalize off people, man, and democracy is not beneficial for the earth, man, because all it does is for what the nasty people and all these different types of agenda, man.
Democracy, when you really look into it, really go into the rule of demons.
Yeah, demon rule.
Demon rule.
Yep.
That hypocrisy, man. We saw India, bucking up against this system because they were saying, why are we worried so much about Ukraine when the U.S. has been doing the same thing to Iran, Afghanistan, Iraq? All these places had wars sent upon them, but the nations haven't had any issue with the United States, man.
Yep. Now read that line one more time. We almost done.
Nahum chapter 3, verse 6.
Yep.
And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock. And it shall come to pass that all they that look upon thee shall flee from thee,
Yep.
and say, Nineveh is laid waste.
Yep.
Who will bemoan her?
Yep.
Whence shall I seek comforters for thee?
And it tells you the same thing in Isaiah the 14th chapter.
Yeah, I was going there.
Because Isaiah 14, it goes into, how it says that it goes into the it speaks. The scripture says, matter of fact, go to the one where it says, has thou become as weak as weak?
I'm just, I got it right here. I'm
That's
just
scripture.
read down.
To that,
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse. I'm gonna read 11. Read down.
Yep.
Thy pomp is brought down to the grave,
It's the pride of Esau.
and thy nose of thy vows,
Yep.
the worm is spread under thee.
Yeah, his system is deteriorating, and he's going to be deteriorating here real soon once his whole kingdom falls, right? All his ways that he done set up is almost done. And all the commerce, once again, the capitalism, all that's corroded. It's being destroyed. Go ahead.
And the worms cover thee.
Yep.
And it's at verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
Rulership, heaven. There's 3 mentions of heaven in the Bible, right? You got the spirit realm, you got the outer space, so-called, you got the earth, and then you got rulership, right? Whoever's in heaven is who's ruling.
Yep.
How has he lost power? The scriptures also say, how is the hammer of the earth cut asunder, right?
Yep.
How has he lost his power? Go ahead.
It said, and the Lucifer go back to light bearer.
Right.
'Cause that's why they call themselves the Illuminati. They have
Right.
the light because we understand that this world is in what? In gross darkness. Isaiah 60 and 2.
But really, Yahweh Shai, when you go into it, Yahweh Shai is the real light bearer,
Yep.
which we fall in the seed as Yahweh Shai. We are the children of light, the scripture say. So really, we are the children of light. They just call themselves the light bearers.
Yeah, because you go in the book of Baruch, I think the 4th chapter, it says be illuminated.
Yep.
To be enlightened.
Yep.
And let me keep going. Isaiah 14 and 12.
Yep.
How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
How's Esau gonna lose his power? Go ahead.
Son of the morning,
Uh-huh.
how art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?
See, when he had rulership, he used it for wickedness. wickedness, and he destroyed everything. That's why we had the precept, the Lord's going to destroy them and destroy the earth. See? Go ahead.
God. Verse 13. For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven, and I'll exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh.
The stars of Yahweh speaking of the Israelites. He's exalted himself above the Israelites. He said, look, really, I'm the one ruling. And it goes on to speak about how he set himself up being as if he's the Most High. Go ahead.
I will set also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north.
There go America. Another term for America in the Bible, the sides of the north, North America. Go ahead.
And it said mount of the congregation, like the God said the Israelites.
Yep.
And verse 14. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds.
He gonna go into space, right, and do those great wonders, as it says in Revelation, the 13th chapter, right? Where he made all men, wonder after the beast. The scriptures speak about that. Also, the scriptures say that the people will say, who was like the beast? Who will make war with him?
Yep.
Right?
Like it to be.
Yep.
Let me keep going. I will be like the Most High.
That's through his technology. It's pseudoscience.
Yep. Verse 15. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell in the sides of the pit.
Yeah, you're gonna be brought down to hell in the sides of the pit. Meaning Esau is gonna be destroyed. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 16. Here's the point. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee.
And when they just narrowly look upon him, they're going to say, hold up, this man was ruling? Go ahead.
That's how you narrowly look upon it. Like,
him? You going to squint down him?
They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee.
I'm like, this guy? Go
and
ahead.
consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
Yep.
That did shake kingdoms?
Yep. See, because, hey, when you read Revelation 13, it talks about how he made fire come down from heaven inside of man. And all people were what? Afraid. Why were they afraid? Because they saw that Esau had a level of technology and understanding when they split them atoms to cause great destruction. So everybody went and did what? They started going through the process of re-upping. Getting their weapons, their weapon game up.
Operation Paperclip.
Yep. That's why the nation said the scriptures said, let the weak say I'm strong. Why? Because they had to get ready because they saw the evil that was being done and it put them in fear. Great fear. Go ahead.
Verse 17. That made the world as a wilderness.
Yep. He destroyed everything. Made the world as a wilderness. Now, over in the Amazon rainforest, this man's been chopping down trees for eons, just destroying that habitat. That's causing problems. They talked about El Nino. They talked about the Earth's weather systems being all off. Because when you look into that rainforest, and the second one is the Congo River Basin, which is the second biggest rainforest. These two rainforests have been being chopped down, and those two rainforests are responsible for a lot of the Earth's weather.
Yep.
Right? So he's destroyed the nations, right? He made the world a wilderness. Go ahead.
Con. Verse 17. That made the world a wilderness. Hey, and that lines up that Esau know who he is. Yeah. When you watch the Planet of the Apes, the original one, he said the so-called apes was the Israelites. He said, beware of the beast man. He will make your home a wilderness, and his too. Showing that the so-called white man is the beast man. Yep. And we know that from the medieval times, he was known as a wild man.
And when Genesis, it says he was so-called in more than any
beast of the field.
Yeah. And he's likened unto a dragon, which is a beast. Yep. Right? He's likened unto a beast itself, a dragon, a snake. Yep. You see what I'm saying?
God, it says that made the world a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof. That opened not the house of his prisoners.
Yep, which are you Israelites. Yep. He did something to put your body in graves, meaning he had no pity on you, and you never was freed from your captivity. Yep. So what the hell is niggas talking about Juneteenth? What are they really saying? Yep. Right? It's showing you're destroyed. You don't have no freedom. You're still a slave. Yep. You got a lot of these Israelites around here working 2 or 3 jobs.
Barely making it.
Barely making it. Talking about they free. That was it?
That was it.
Hey, beautiful.
Hey, if any brother had anything else, but hey, Lord willing, hey, this lesson was you get in, bro. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying through the spirit, power Yahweh Shemal Shah, and we want to close it out by saying, Call Holayim La, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Akakodash. Double honor to our apostle, elders, great millstone, root well. Peace and salutation, all the Akim pushing this truth with our righteousness and sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.
Kram Yasharala.
Kram Yasharala.
Abab Babal.
Abab Babal.
Call Adawadium.
Adawadium.
We'll call at home Adawadium.